Hey, right now I am testing out different locations for my Starlink. So it turns out, even though there's like this big open space, there's too many trees obstructing the sky around the big open space. What I found was that usually, depending on where I put the Starlink device, there's a little bit of obstruction on the northwest or the southeast. So I need to get the dish higher, and there's a few options. I can't really use the roof because there's trees behind it, and I would have to trim some of the branches in order for the dish to have a view to the southeast. So those branches are super high, they're not coming down. So I thought there's a little bit of space above the van there to the southeast, so trying to figure out a location near the house so I can mount the dish on the house. I don't have a high level of confidence that's gonna work because the house is in the way. I think my better choice is gonna be, like, I had it on top of the RV before, and I was still getting obstructions. It was like moderately usable. It would cut out like every 2 minutes or so, which is really annoying, and I'm kind of over it, so I'm trying to fix this problem. Right now, I'm just gonna take the truck with the ladder on it and move the dish around until I find a spot where it looks like I have the least amount of obstruction, and then I'm gonna get a 10-foot long EMT conduit pole, and I'm hoping I can extend it to 20 feet because I'm gonna have to like put it in the ground, and 10 foot's not gonna be high enough because the height of that RV is 10 feet and there was still obstruction. It's possible if I can get it in a different location at 10 feet, that might do the trick, but I would have to dig a hole in the ground and bury the conduit, the pole. I think I have a better chance with a 20-foot pole. Then you get into the issue of stability. I might have to use like a thicker pole on the bottom and a thinner one at the top, something like that. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm trying to figure out. I did order a conduit. I can go pick it up at Lowe's later, but I'm probably gonna drill a hole on that RV, stick the pole in there. I can get the satellite up about at least 15 feet. That'll enable me to know how high I actually need to get it in this center of the yard area in order to get a obstruction-free signal. Yep, like anything else, it's kind of a process of elimination and trying to figure out what the best way is. Okay, so I tested a bunch of spots, and where it is now is as good as I can get it with the height that I can achieve. So basically, in the current spot, I'm getting about, I think I just saw a bat fly by. Anyways, I'm getting about, I tested for about 20 minutes and I got one period of about 8-second packet loss and another period of about 20-second packet loss. So basically I was down for 30 seconds in a 20-minute period. I mean, it's like usable, but it'll be annoying to, like, if you're on a call, all of a sudden you get a 20-second drop. So I mean, the only option I really have is to go higher, and the easiest way to do that at this point is to put it on top of the RV, drill a hole, get it down there, secure it against something. I don't want to do like a permanent, like dig a hole and cement right now until I know where I have it is going to give me the best result. So I think we're gonna drill through that RV because that RV is disgusting and I'm gonna rip it apart anyways. So We're gonna drill, stick the pipe in, put some seal around it, because I'm using the RV for storage for like tools and stuff right now. So I don't want it to get like too messed up, because that also, once it starts rotting and stuff, it's gonna get a bit more disgusting. So yeah, I think if I stick the pipe in there, I can get it probably at least 15 feet in the 15 feet in the air. Right now it's at about 10 feet on top of that truck. The problem is, like, if I put it on the RV, it gets closer to the trees up there, so I would have to get it even higher than where the truck is right now. But I can't really move the RV very easily, so I'm just gonna have to go with where the RV is. Okay, so that was one of the more sketchier things I've done here. It wasn't too bad standing on top of the van, but just holding up the pole from the bottom, and it's kind of top heavy because of the satellite dish that's connected to the top of the pole. It's kind of hard to control from the bottom, but I got it done, and I didn't feel like I was gonna ever fall off or anything like that. But there was I think if I wasn't careful, then the top started tipping and I couldn't control it from the bottom, the satellite dish could have come crashing down to the ground, which would have been like $1,000 mistake basically. I mean, it's still sketchy up there. Like, if there's a strong wind, that thing could potentially come down. It's a good thing I have a lot of tree cover around here. There are some summer storms that have like pretty high winds around here, double the height, I guess. From the top of the RV, it's like a 1.5 times the height, but I mean, it's basically 2 poles now instead of 1. So the weak link is gonna be where the connection point is, because it's basically an electrical conduit, and it's only meant to be mounted horizontally. So I think it could break at the connection point. If I ever get more time, I might try to fabricate something there, put some welds, make that connection point longer and beefier, but I just don't have the time right now. Got too many other things to do, so we're gonna chance it and see how it goes. All right, so as you can see, basically the pole comes through the roof. I drilled a hole there, sealed it with Gorilla Tape. That has actually worked very well. Like, I cut them up into small pieces and kind of do it like a roofing shingle, and no leak at all. There's other parts of this RV that leak, but not where I actually drilled the hole. So comes down and it's just basically jammed into that piece of plywood. So I mean, I don't really want to move it around, but it's really only gravity and friction that's holding it in place. I think what I might do is put some cinder blocks in there and fill it up with concrete, or that new foaming stuff that they sell these days. If there's like a lot of wind pressure at the satellite, I'm afraid that this pole might slide out. I don't know which way, it depends on the wind. So at least that will give it some more protection, but at the same time, I don't think it's it's definitely not solid at that midway connection point. I don't know, but at least like this is something I can do relatively easily. I could even fill this up with concrete and throw that in there. I think for now I'm just gonna put some big pieces of concrete block here, so I think it's better than nothing to prevent it from sliding around. Alright, so that's the best I got for now. I put a block here, battery here, 2 pieces of wood that's jammed into that cabinet, and then this is not really going anywhere. This piece of plastic case is jammed in between the block and that case. And then finally I put a old bike pole mallet in here to keep that in place. So I don't think you can do better than this. This is top-notch stuff.